And we are live, guys. Welcome to another live stream from Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling, and today we're going to go a little bit into property rights. Now, when I'm talking about property rights, I'm not necessarily talking about real estate and how you should invest in apartments or houses or anything like that, even though that is something I will get into within those 365 days, but we're not there yet. We've got to get down the basics first. What I'm talking about when it comes to property rights on day 136 is basically about the importance of owning something. First of all, you came to this earth and you have a body, right? Your spirit has a body, and with it you can live, you can breathe, you can create, you can become, you can excel with it. You can do a lot of things with your body, and that body produces joy. But the only reason why it produces joy is because you own it. It is yours. You can do whatever you want with it. Sometimes the government or parents or other people in general believe that they can choose what you do with your body, but they can't. Because you are responsible for it, and you choose what to do with your body. You choose whether it's going to be a healthy body, or you choose whether it's going to be an unhealthy body. It's always your choice, and you're responsible for what has happened in the past to your body, and you're also responsible especially for its future. That's your body. But why is it so important that you own your body? Because it just makes complete logical sense. That's why. Think about it. You don't want anyone else to own your body because you want freedom. If someone else owns your body, that means that you're a slave to them. In some sense, if your body is also the master of your mind, then your mind is a slave to your body, right? But if your mind can control your body, then your mind, owns that body, and it can do with it whatever it likes. And that is freedom. And freedom produces happiness and joy, as long as you keep using that body wisely and for purposes that actually produce long-term joy and happiness. Let's move on to the next part. We're coming now to financial issues. Okay, so when it comes to finances, I remember when I played Monopoly as a kid, one of my brothers would always give away his money. Like, at the time, it didn't make any sense to me, and to be honest, it doesn't make sense to me still, that you're playing a game, your job is to win the game, but then your brother is like, hey, you can lend some money from me, here you go. And I'm like, but we're competing, you're ruining the game. Now, if you have a brother like that, maybe you understand. Now, there's nothing wrong with that mindset, right? I'm sure he was happy during that time as well, but his financial future probably looking kind of bleak. But that could always be changed, right? When we start understanding that finances has to do with property, all right? Yes, it is important to share, but you should not ever be forced to share. The reason why is because it limits your freedom and it limits your joy and happiness. If you own something and you freely and lovingly share that with other people, then that produces joy for the receiver and the giver. Now, if you as a person then are forced to give away your money, it does not produce any joy and happiness for the giver, and for the receiver, he feels like now he's entitled to receive from others because of his circumstances and conditions. And that produces a very harmful society and society that eventually will collapse, unfortunately. When you, as a people, understand that property rights is the way to go, where you own something because you worked for it, then you can now give it away freely and see the joy and happiness and the effects of it giving that away freely and voluntarily. This has something to do with property rights. Again, the reason why I called it the importance of property rights is because I want you to understand that in relation to joy and happiness. If someone else owns everything, including you, your body, and your finances, you don't have any freedom. And without freedom, you cannot really have joy and happiness. It's just a food for thought. This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. I'll see you again tomorrow.